Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. Justin Trowbridge, our hemp guy from all kinds of different conversations. We appreciate Justin. Man, I don't know if you heard, Justin, we gave you some accolades early in the show on how classic this looks and how awesome everything's looking and how everybody needs to run to you, but we're not here to talk about that now.
Well, I think it's $100 per mention for Venmo for you. Is that the deal we arranged earlier?
Hey, hold on, let me check with my audio video. Hey, he's cutting out, guys. Is the AV okay? Just kidding. So calm down, Billy.
Billy, relax, brother.
Our AV guy's jumping up. We're kidding, Billy. We're kidding.
Yeah, nobody puts Billy in a corner.
Nobody puts Billy in a corner. All right, so Justin Trowbridge is on with Jared Elliot of Terra Biotics, man. So I had trouble pronouncing Terra Biotics earlier. I love learning new words, and I've got that's a good one. So we're really stoked about that. Welcome to the program, Jared, to Waxy Brown's Flower Power Hour. Justin, take us away because I know we've got a lot of good intro here.
Well, so Jared and I know each other through the Industrial Hemp Coalition, and we've been talking a lot about all kinds of crazy stuff, and there are a lot of people you meet in the industry that you're just blown away by the level of expertise and the depth that they have. And Jared is that guy for soil. I don't have to learn a thing about soil because I know Jared Elliot. And I've been waiting for a guest to do this. So I got a quick intro for you. You ready, Jared?
Uh-oh.
So it's the Sultan of soil, the Duke of dirt, the Titan of terroir, the Swami of substrate, the Guru of grow. It's Jared Elliot.
Man,
that's awesome, Justin.
I gotta find a way to pay Waxy his finder fee every time he talks about me nice. So
there you go. That's great.
That's terrible, but it was fun.
That was good. It was good. I appreciate that. So next time I'll wear a Sultan hat or something.
There you go.
Yep.
Justin never wears a hat.
I think today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate you coming on, man. Tell us a little bit about Terra Biotics.
Yeah, sure. So maybe a little bit of background then. So I grew up in northern Missouri and spent a lot of time on my grandpa's farm and things. Ultra conservative family where the background, anything cannabis was sort of related was super taboo and just like we are always taught growing up that it was a terrible thing. But then over time I've learned a lot and have grown since then and prior to Terra Biotics, I spent 25 years or so in various large companies like DuPont and Celanese and things like that, running those in executive level or senior leadership sort of level roles and growing and launching products all over the world. And after doing that for a long time, I wanted to get into a situation where I had some equity in the company rather than just growing the company for somebody else. And so I started searching for companies to buy. And so a couple of years ago, I found Terra Biotics. It was started by an individual back in the early 2003, 2004 sort of time frame. And his whole focus is around the soil food web and trying to make sure your root system and the rhizosphere around your roots are the healthiest they possibly could be. And that intrigued me. And so, I've got 4 kids, one of which, Dad told me, he's like, hey, Dad, you should be doing something that's good for the environment, not like these chemicals and plastics and everything you've been doing for years and years. Do something that's good for the environment. And then my other son had a lot of behavioral issues and stuff while he was growing up and everything. He's 23 now, but the only thing that was effective for him after all the doctors gave him all sorts of medicines and treatments and things like that, nothing ever worked. But cannabis did help him a lot. And so I started thinking, hey, this is interesting. And so I ended up buying Terra Biotics a couple of years ago. And we have 4 areas that we're focused on and we dig in, actually no play on words there, that we focus on quite a bit. The main area is, organic nutrients for the plants. And so getting, all natural, all organic nutrients for your plants. 2, and this is a major part of it, was, we have done a lot of research and done a lot of formulation work to get all the right beneficial soil bacteria, mycorrhizae fungi, other saprophytic fungi that are pest fighting, pathogen fighting, and other microbiology together to combine with the organic nutrients in order to help the root system and the plants be as healthy as they can possibly be. On top of that, we supply a lot of folks that make living soils and things like that. And so we've also launched our own living soil product line as well. And then finally, up in Oklahoma, I'm actually in Texas now, but up in Oklahoma, I've been part of a medical marijuana grow there, and running and driving that. I was hoping to be there and filming from that site location today, so you could see the plants growing.
Next time, man.
But, yeah. Unfortunately, they got a little bit of snow and ice, and we couldn't do any driving.
Let me cue my listeners. Let me cue my listeners in real quick to kind of what we're talking about here, and it goes kind of to that adage of you are what you eat, right? So
absolutely.
So when we talk about soil, we aren't just talking about dirt that we're throwing these cannabis plants in. We're talking about what's going to feed these plants to make them the best medicine, the best product that we can have.
Right.
And so when we talk about we are what we eat, we want to eat healthy. We want to eat naturally. Well, some of us do, but we also want a lot of us demand that our medicine comes from that. And it's really cool, man, not cool, obviously, but the fact is you come from a cannabis story. And that story is the reason why you're dictating clean medicine, better soil.
That's absolutely right. And so one of the things, growing up on the farm in northern Missouri with grandpa and stuff, we went out and put all sorts of salt-based chemical fertilizers out on the corn, the wheat and soybeans and everything else. And, some things that really surprised me and what I've learned is that's like giving your plants like 5-hour energy shots. It gives them, some of the nutrients they need, and it gives them a big boost of energy and right away. But what we try to do with the organic nutrients and with the bacteria and the mycorrhizae and other fungi combined is provide a full meal for the plant that gives you everything the plant needs, and a super easy sort of way to go. And it all gets, like you said, to making the plant healthier. That's the plant's root system become as strong and as powerful as it possibly can, because that's the foundation of the whole plant. Your root system is the foundation, and so as healthy as your roots are is as healthy as your plant can get. And so that's kind of what was really exciting for me to get involved in this. And I never realized, for example, the big symbiotic relationship between the bacteria that break down all the different nutrients in the soil or in the wherever you're growing in your growing media, and then the mycorrhizae, fungi, and other fungi that connect with your root system, expand that root system reach and its ability to get nutrients by 100 times, even up to 1,000 times.
Right, because you're talking about bacteria and fungi as if they're really good things, and like it's
they're absolutely great things.
Right.
Absolutely great things. There's bad ones too.
Sure.
But if you get your soil or your root system out of balance, then that's what allows the bad ones to take over. And if it's in balance and nice and healthy, then that's what allows your root system and your plants to become healthier.
Yeah, the one thing I've learned talking to Jared is that the soil that I pick up at the Walmart garden center is nowhere near as advanced as the detail levels that he's put in with their mix, the living soils and all those kind of things, because a happy plant's going to express the right kind of cannabinoids.
Right.
And
the terpene levels change. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it's amazing what all those different bacteria and the fungi can do. There's ones that fight off pests and fight off other things. There's the ones that fight off, eat molds and things. There's some that have.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Organic versus anything else. Why organic?
Why organic? Just like you're saying before, if we're wanting to be ingesting this thing, ingesting these plants, whether they're smoking or through edibles or whatever else, or eating it or whatnot, then we want it to be as healthy as possible and balanced. And if we're just throwing chemicals on a plant, it gives them a boost of energy, but it doesn't let them reach their full potential, and they're optimizing. And over time, those plants then become not quite as healthy and don't provide the nutrients that we need. So we need all the so the bacteria break down the nutrients, the roots bring them in, the plant is able to incorporate them. Then we ingest it, we're able to get those nutrients and those terpenes and those cannabinoids ourselves in a much better route.
Very cool.
It tastes better too, in my opinion.
Nice.
Awesome stuff. Where can folks find out more information about what we're talking about?
TerraBiotics.com.
TerraBiotics.com.
Or our Instagram page as well as a good source to go. We've got a couple dozen, we've got growers that have won all sorts of different types of High Times Cups and Texas Hemp Cup Awards and other ones up in Michigan. And so a couple dozen different awards and things.
Wow.
So yeah, we're taking off. We're having some fun. I'm learning.
And you guys can do everything from like a small home grow to a full commercial facility, right? So
That's
everybody's
right.
everybody's welcome to come check them out.
Yep, and we do. It's all in water soluble, micronized powders that you mix with water on site, ready to use. There's no point in shipping water around.
Wow, very cool.
But the fun thing is learn about this industry more than anything else.
Right.
So let me ask you real quick before we go to break, because we got to go real quick. But what's the difference between this industry and others, in your opinion? What have you found out?
Well, there's several different things. One is the just the collaboration and the people and just how open and friendly people are. Two, I think it's still what's considered kind of an early innovation stage, and so there's a lot of people and growers out there that are searching for a silver bullet or searching for something new. So there's a lot of change going on. And then finally, it has a really good positive impact for the world, both on a medicinal basis and on and then being organic, helps out as well. So
that's right.
It's been fun. It's been a very enlightening and learning opportunity.
And jobs. All right, TerraBiotics.com. We ran over on this one because it was just a really good conversation, guys. Hey, we're going to catch you guys next time. Thanks for coming on the show, man. We really appreciate it. Thanks, Justin.
Great. Thanks. See you soon.
All right, folks. You're listening to Waxy Brown's Flower Power Hour on KKID 92.9, home of your classic joints out of Salem and Rollo. We'll be right back with you.